Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today, we are doing a Chatty Get Ready With Me. I have quite a few things going on with my life right now, and I'm not entirely certain that you guys are going to be interested, but this is my therapy, so I'm going to tell you about it anyway. We're just going to be doing a base. I already have my eyes done, and I have my primer on. I am doing a dupe, like a comparison on primers. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. I have a TikTok on that coming very, very shortly. I also have a TikTok and a reel coming on my eyes in case you are interested. I am so in love with this look. I think it is so incredibly beautiful. I will give you guys a close-up of it really, really quickly. Look how pretty she is. I am feeling it. I used my ABH Norvina Volume 5. This palette is like, it is one of the most expensive palettes that I own. But she is so, so pretty. I have to open this and show. She's kind of a pain in the hiney to get open, but I just have to show you guys this color story. I have quite a few of the shades on my eyes today, but they're so beautiful. This shade in particular, I have all over my lid over top of a yellow. It is so pretty. It is so, so pretty. I absolutely adore this palette. I will have it until the end of time. One of my very most prized possessions. I also use some of the Sample Beauty liquid eyeshadow. I used this to cut my crease today. Guys, these are so good. If you are on the market for a really great matte liquid eyeshadow, I cannot recommend these enough. They're just good. I put this all over my lid, used it to cut my crease, and then just packed a yellow matte eyeshadow over top of it to set it down real quick. Guys, it is so, so good. I couldn't be happier with the way that this eye turned out if I wanted to be. So in love with it. But we're going to focus on base today. I'm just going to use a couple of my very, very favorite products. I am actually testing products to do like a drugstore starter kit, just in case you're just getting into makeup and just need the basics, need to know what is the best of the best for dry skin on a budget. Mama has got you. I am working on it. That video is coming very, very shortly. And then my next video is going to be an unboxing. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But let's just dive right into the video. I already have my primer on, like I said, but I am going to put a little bit of this. This is the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector Glow Makeup. I have mine in the shade 01 Light. This is very much in the vein of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Hollywood Filter, the e.l.f. Glow one too. It's exactly the same thing. They're all so similar. I really like this one. I enjoy this one though because I enjoy the applicator. I'm not a big fan of doe foot applicators when it comes to foundation and things like that. I know people don't like this because they say it gets messy, but if you don't roll up too much product at one time, I've not had a problem with it being super messy or anything like that. I mean, mine looks pretty clean, and I just roll up the tiniest bit of product at a time. And I also really like it because it helps me be super precise around my eyebrows. I am loving the way that I'm doing my eyebrows here recently. If you guys didn't watch New Makeup Monday this week, I have been absolutely living for this new eyebrow pencil. Can I find it? Yeah, it's this one. This is the NYX Eyebrow Powder Pencil. Guys, I have this in the shade Ash Brown. It is the most beautiful, beautiful eyebrow product. It is effortless. It is easy. It is creamy. It glides onto the skin. Oh, it's just good. It's just good. If you want a really beautifully defined but natural looking brow, it's not too pigmented, but it's pigmented enough. I don't know. I just really, really like it. The more I play with it, the more I fall in love with it. So definitely check that out. It's not super expensive. I think it was like, did I write down how expensive it was? Let's see if I wrote it down. So the NYX powder brow pencil. Oh, well, it's $9. It's $9. So I guess it's not the cheapest thing on the market, but y'all, it's so good, and you need the smallest amount of it at a time. I think it is totally, totally worth it, especially for those days when you're in a rush and just need like a quick brow. It is absolutely perfect. I am so happy with the way my skin has been looking here lately. I have a feeling it's going to start to go down the toilet just a little bit. So if you guys haven't been watching my most recent videos, I have been dealing with some serious family issues here recently. So I haven't been talking to my parents. I haven't spoken to my parents in almost 4 years. And that is just because my parents are narcissists, and there's a whole bunch to unpack there that we're just not going to have time for in today's video. But I cut them out of my life because I just needed to walk away from them. I needed to walk away from the situation. But last week was it? Yeah, last week, my dad, my sister actually called me because I wasn't speaking to my dad. I'm going to go in with the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Glow Foundation. I have this in the shade 270. I adore this foundation. It is so, so good. But my sister got a hold of me, and she told me that my dad was sick. And she was like, you need to, if you want to, you need to get a hold of them because dad is really, really sick. And my parents are, I don't want to badmouth them, but my parents have been known to kind of lie about that kind of stuff before. So I didn't really take it super seriously. I was like, okay. But there was something in my heart that told me that you need to call. You need to call, you need to go over there, you need to figure out what's going on. So I did. I called my parents, and my dad told me that he was diagnosed with all kinds of cancer. He has, my dad doesn't go to the doctor ever. He is a very stereotypical man in the fact that he could literally cut his thumb off and just call it a scratch. He'd be fine. So he just doesn't go to the hospital ever, and definitely doesn't go for checkups or anything like that. So when I talked to him, he said that he had hurt himself at work, and it just wasn't going away. So he had thought he had torn his rotator cuff, and he was just in a lot of pain. So he ended up going to the emergency room, and of course they did an x-ray to make sure that none of his bones were broken or anything like that. And they found a mass. When they did the x-ray of his shoulder, they found a mass in the bottom of his lung. And it looked concerning, so they sent him to the doctor. And my dad finally has a job where he has insurance and stuff like that. So he was like, okay, I'll go to the doctor. So he went to the doctor, and he ended up having to go get like a PET scan. It's one of those scans where they shoot the dye, they inject you with the dye, and then they get a contrast visual of everything that's going on inside. And my dad said that he got in there and he basically lit up like a Christmas tree. So my dad has cancer in his lungs. He's got it in his shoulder. He's got it in his spine. He's got it in his pelvis, in his clavicle. It's everywhere. And because it's been there so long, it started in his lung, and because he's had it for so long now, and didn't even know about it, now it's in his bones. So there's no way to fight it. And he's got 6 months. How do you, as a child, right? As somebody's child, you know that at some point you're going to have to bury your parents. You know that it is part of life. And It's just something that, you know, is going to happen at some point. But you never think, you know, my dad's only like 50. And you never think, you always think you have time. You always think that there's more time. You always think that you have, I keep saying time, like, I just, you know, you always think there's time until there isn't time anymore. And when I went over and I saw him last weekend, I went over and I saw him for the first time in 4 years. I saw him and my mom for the first time in 4 years. And my dad's a big guy, right? Like I'm a big female, I hate that. I'm a big lady. I'm pretty tall, and fairly well built. I'm very, very stocky. And my son is the same way, where my dad's just big. We come from big people. He's big. My dad's like 6'4", 350 pounds of just like giant muscle man, you know? Like growing up, my dad was absolutely terrifying and someone to be respected and feared. And he was just always this big giant, you know? And then I go over to see him and he can't stand up straight, and he's so pale and he's so frail. Like he just looks fragile. I've never had to deal with looking at my father and seeing anything other than strength, you know? So it was like a bucket of ice water had been dumped over me, and I was like, what? And like that, at that point, it really sunk in, like, this is real, like, this is really happening. I think the only way that I was like handling it was because I just wasn't, it just hadn't sunk in yet. I really wasn't believing it yet. But I went over and I saw him, and he just looked tiny compared to what he usually did, and it was really, really difficult. But I went over and we had a really, really long, really great conversation, and I'm just gonna let the past go. I'm just gonna forget about it. There's nothing to do about it now. I think I'm upset about the fact that I lost so much time. But then you have to think about the fact that the Lord always has a plan. There is always a plan. He doesn't do anything just out of spite. He's not a spiteful being, right? So I have to believe that everything happens for a reason. I had to walk away so that I could get myself together, and my parents are doing better than they have ever done. My dad actually has a job, and they have a place to live, and they're kind of winning their battles, you know, with their demons. So I have to be thankful that even though so much time was lost, that at least he was able to reach out to me, and at least he was able to find out before, you know, he didn't have any time left. So I can at least be grateful for the time that we have now and try to make the absolute best of it that I can. So that's what we're going to do. And that kind of leads me into my next topic of conversation, which is Thanksgiving, which is totally insane because I haven't spent Thanksgiving with my parents in over 4 years. So the fact that we're going to do Thanksgiving together this year is equal parts terrifying and super, super exciting. You guys know that I'm a chef and a total and complete food snob, but I very much get that from my mother. My mother is many, many things, and a wonderful cook is one of them. She is just an absolute magician in the kitchen. And I remember one of my best and most favorite memories growing up is, you know, being in the kitchen and cooking with my mom. And we grew up so poor. Like, we were so poor, guys. And my mom, we would go to food banks and stuff like that. And my mom, like, we would get like the cans of chicken and like just completely off the wall stuff, right? Stuff that a lot of people just don't eat, right? Because, you know, the things that are about to go bad, things that people don't eat is what they send to the food banks, right? It's kind of how it is. So we would get this box of absolute odds and ends, and somehow, some way, she would find a way every single time to turn this box of basically inedible, just like nastiness, into the most delicious, delectable, mouth-watering food. Oh, she was just like I said, an absolute magician in the kitchen. So like I said, I haven't had her Thanksgiving dinner in a very, very long time. So I got very used to making Thanksgiving and hosting Thanksgiving dinner. And my mom wants to host it this year. And I'm super stoked because, you know, I get to have my mom's cooking again, which is completely and totally awesome. But I also am just a little bit worried because they're dealing with all of that. You know, they're dealing with my dad, and they're it's a lot, right? It's a lot of stress for everybody involved right now. And I'm just worried that it's going to be too much for my mom. But I'm equal parts, like I said, equal parts terrified and excited. I'm excited to go over there. I think what we're going to end up doing is my mom wants to host. And I think that's the biggest part, is she just wants everybody to come over to the new house and just kind of be together and have like a family moment. So I think what's going to end up happening is my mom is going to make the turkey. Y'all, you want to talk about an absolutely the most tender, most juicy, delectable turkey you'll ever eat in your life. Eat at my mom's for Thanksgiving. It is fire. Absolute fire. I put too much of that on, so we're going to have to even that out with a little bit of concealer, but it'll end up all right in the end. Turkey. So she's going to end up making the turkey, but what I think is going to happen is she'll make the turkey and she'll host, but I think my sister and we're going to make all the sides so she doesn't have to deal with all of the dishes and stuff. So we'll just make the sides and she can make the turkey. And also she makes like German potato salad and stuff that will actually blow your mind. It is so good. So she's gonna make her like signature dishes, and then my sister and I will just make you know, kind of pick up the slack a little bit. I think I'll make the mashed potatoes. My sister is the baker of the family. My sister can bake all day long. She's so good at it. She can't cook for nothing. She burns everything, but she can bake a cake like nobody's business. So I think what's going to happen is my sister's going to make all the desserts, and I'm going to make all the sides. Mom's going to make the turkey. We're all going to show up. And on top of that, my brother is going to be there, and I haven't spoken to my brother in a little while as well. So I'm really excited to see him. I have to reach out to him. And I kind of have to talk to him as well, because again, we're not on the best of terms at the moment, but I really want to try. My dad's only wish right now is that he just wants us to all be a family again for a little while, you know. And, you know, I don't think that that's too much to ask. I don't think that it's too much to ask for him to just want us to be there. So I'm going to call, and I'm going to make up with my brother, and we're all going to be there for Thanksgiving, and we're going to be there to support my dad, and we're going to take so many pictures, and we're going to have the most amazing Thanksgiving like ever. And I'm really excited about it. I absolutely cannot wait. First of all, I'm so happy to see my dad. And I went and saw him, right? And then I called him the next day. And I called him on Messenger, and we got to talking, and I found out that my dad watches all of my videos, which is so crazy to me. Like, I didn't even know he knew that, like, I filmed and stuff, but to find out that he loves and watches all of my videos, I think it just, like, it was a big deal to me, and it made me feel really, really good. And then he said he loves it when I do this, because he just thinks it's funny. He just thinks it's funny. But I usually have my big daggers on, and he likes the little clacky thing that I do with my nails, which I thought was super, super cute. I don't know. I'm worried about my mom. She looks really fragile. She looks stressed. You can tell that it's like it's taking a toll on her, you know, which is completely understandable and so very, very normal. But I just don't want her to take all of the responsibility of Thanksgiving dinner, you know, and tire herself out when, you know, she's using a lot of her strength and a lot of her energy to take care of my dad. So I really want to make it as easy and painless for her as I possibly can. And then on top of that, that leads me into my next subject of conversation, which is the fact that I have been participating in quite a bit of retail therapy here recently. Y'all, I get sad and the first thing I want to do is eat and spend money, and it is not healthy. It is not healthy at all. Not for my body, not for my bank account, not for my relationship with Mr. Hubby. Though he doesn't really mind. He came home the other day and I was like, honey, I spent $75. And he was like, it's okay. I know you're sad. It's all right. And he was so very understanding, which I am so, so grateful for. It's just, the Lord made the right decision when he sent that man to me. I am so, so thankful. But I still feel bad, you know, because, like, I just don't have the money like that to be spending. We don't have the money like that to be spending $75, especially not on makeup. You know what I mean? But the only thing I can say about that is I feel slightly justified because Be Perfect was having a sale. I posted it. This is another reason you should be following me on all of my socials, because Be Perfect was having a sale on their website, and literally all of their products were on sale for $14 a piece. Now, if you know anything about Be Perfect Cosmetics, you will know that they are an expensive brand. They are an expensive brand. They are one of my absolute favorite brands. I just love them so, so much. And I do have quite a few of their palettes. I actually, they had quite a similar sale holiday of last year, and they had a lot of their palettes on sale for $15 a piece. But I guess it was their 10-year anniversary. It was an anniversary sale that they were having. So they had all of their products on sale for $14 a piece. Guys, I think it was their 10-year anniversary. Y'all, when I tell you, I couldn't resist. So I bought 2 palettes. I bought the Rain palette, which is one of their newest releases, and it's like it's a $50 palette, and I got it for $14. I bought the Rain palette. Ooh, I bought the Stacey Marie, you know, the orange and green one, the more neutral pro palette that she just released not too long ago. Oh, I picked that up for $14. Guys, it was an absolute steal. But I did post about it on my Facebook page. The link for that, the link for all my socials will be in the description box below, along with all of the products that I'm using in today's video. I know I'm not talking about what I'm using, but I will make sure that I list everything that I put on my face, just in case you guys were curious. Also, if you have any questions, just shoot me a message or shoot me a comment, and I will 100% get back to you. But I couldn't help myself. So I bought four things from Be Perfect. I think 4 or 5, spent $75. Shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then I was still sad. So what did I do? I went on to BoxyCharm, and it was, oh, I'm so upset because I missed the BoxyCharm choice this month. I am so heartbroken about it because they had the Manny MUA, the Lunar Beauty, what was the name of it? They had a Lunar Beauty palette as a choice option this month, and because I was so preoccupied with everything, I just didn't remember to check my emails, so I missed out on the choice this month. So that made me sad. So I was like, okay, let's just go to the BoxyCharm shop, the drop shop, and see if there's anything there that, you know, I might like. And there was. Of course there was. Why wouldn't there be, right? So I think I spent $40 at the drop shop. But the thing I love so much about the BoxyCharm drop shop is you get like you get name brand products for like pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. So I have that coming. I believe that package is in my post office box. Mr. Hubby is going to go pick that up for me in the morning. So we do have a BoxyCharm unboxing coming very, very shortly. I am super, super excited about that. And so that'll be New Makeup Monday makeup for the next couple of weeks. And then, oh my goodness gracious. So you guys know I talk about Scooby-Doo all the time. It's one of my absolute very, very favorite old school cartoons. And the reason it's an old school cartoon favorite of mine is because it's my mom's favorite cartoon. She literally used to have her whole room decked out in Scooby-Doo. She collects Scooby-Doo stuffed animals. So she at one point I think had her entire bed was covered. Her whole room was covered. It was just Scooby-Doo everywhere. Scooby-Doo on the bed, Scooby-Doo pajamas. My brother, his room was decorated with Scooby-Doo. It's just kind of an obsession of my mother's. She actually calls my dad Scooby. It's kind of her pet name for him. So she absolutely adores Scooby-Doo, and therefore I adore Scooby-Doo, just kind of like reflected onto me. So Glamlight came out with a Scooby-Doo collaboration, and they were so affordable as well. This is one of the most affordable collections Glamlight has dropped ever, because nothing was over $20. And for Glamlight, especially to be they're an independently owned brand, and independent brands usually are a little bit more expensive because they don't have that backing and they have to do everything themselves. But this one was so affordable that I just couldn't not participate. On top of the fact that it was Scooby-Doo, I just couldn't say no. Mixed in with the fact that I was sad, it was just kind of like a recipe for disaster. So I picked up the palette bundle. I don't feel too bad about it though, because they were only 20 bucks a piece. I say only 20 bucks a piece, like that's not, power or gas or food, I don't know. I'm trying to justify it because I feel guilty for getting it, but I did get it. I purchased both of the palettes. They're going to be here sometime within the next 7 to 8 weeks. That's how long they said on the website it would take to ship everything out, because it's such a high demand collaboration. It's a high demand drop. So that's probably not going to be here for a good long while. I did buy it the day that it was released, so I'm hoping I'm pretty high up on, the shipping list, but we'll see. You never know. But I got both of those palettes, which I'm really excited about, because I've never tried anything from Glamlight before, and I've heard so many really wonderful things about their palettes, about their formulas, so I'm excited to try that out. And then I ordered the Halloween drop from Beauty Bay. Now I ordered the one from Beauty Bay quite a while ago. For some reason it always takes forever for my Beauty Bay orders to arrive. I'm not sure why, but it usually takes almost a month. When I ordered these Sample Beauty liquid eyeshadows, it took almost a month for them to get to me, so I'm expecting it to take about that long for that new palette that I just ordered. I ordered it probably a couple of weeks ago now, and I looked at my tracking information, and it just cleared customs Friday. So I'm thinking it'll probably be here within the next week and a half, but we shall see. So I ordered that. So in total, I placed 4 different orders. I feel really, really bad about it. But I guess it's part of, I'm just dealing with the situation. I'm just dealing with the situation in the best way that I can. And I spent money. The only thing that I can kind of content and kind of calm myself down with is the fact that most of it I bought on sale. And I really didn't spend, in total, I only spent around $150. I say only $150. It's a pretty expensive therapy session. But I spent around $150, but I did tell myself and I told my husband that I am not spending another dime until Christmas. I'm not spending another dime until Christmas, and I meant every single word of it. I am not doing it. So there's that. I also fully panned a thing of my NYX Can't Stop powder, so I'm really happy about that. I'm on to a new one. I am using, it's the same one, but this one is the brightening translucent one. So I'm going to use this to set my under eyes today. I have never in my life panned a full thing of powder before, and I literally used that thing to the very last drop. I was so excited. It seems like all of my products are like emptying out at the same time. So next episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Empty is going to be a pretty good one. It's going to be pretty makeup heavy. I'm also getting to the bottom of quite a bit of my skincare as well. So it's going to be, it'll almost be time for me to update my skincare routine, because I'll be starting to try out and test new products. I really love everything that I'm using right now though. So I'm hoping that the new stuff I open is going to be just as effective and just as good. And I'm hoping my skin doesn't go to absolute, absolute trash because I'm so stressed. My poor sister, she's insane. My sister, she spends her life with the sky falling. She's just got a really crazy kind of hectic life. And I feel really bad for it. She lives the closest to my parents, and pretty much is the closest to my parents right now, like emotionally as well. So I've really been worried about her, but she is the kind of person that she shuts down and she really just doesn't talk to people. She just kind of retreats from the world when she's dealing with something. So I have to really make a point to get a hold of her in the next couple of days and check in on her, make sure she's okay. But yeah, that's what's going on with my life right now. Also, because I spent all of that money and I have all of these new products, these new palettes coming, I have to do a declutter. I literally have no more storage left. I have no storage left. If you guys haven't noticed, I film in my spare bedroom, and it's basically like my storage room. So it's got all of our winter coats and boxes and tools and everything, right? And I just have this one wall in this room to put my makeup on, and the wall is full. The wall is full. I have nowhere else to put my stuff. So that means that I need to get rid of some stuff to make room for the new stuff that's coming in. On top of that, I just have too much makeup and I just don't need it all. So we're going to be doing a declutter series here very shortly. Hope you guys are excited for that. We're going to go through most of my makeup, all of my makeup, especially my eyeshadow palettes. I am such a sucker for eyeshadow palettes. It's honestly a problem. Eyeshadow palettes is like a vice of mine. It's like the first thing I want to do or buy or get when I get sad. And I have a couple of new ones coming, so I need to step away from purchasing anything else for a little while, but I do definitely need to get rid of some stuff. So we're doing a declutter. I'm definitely gonna film, maybe not all of it, but at least some of it. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the makeup. I would put it in a giveaway, but most of it is used. I mean, even if I haven't used it heavily, all of it's at least been swatched, you know? So I don't know if people are gonna want swatched makeup or touched makeup. You know, I have no idea. And there aren't any women's shelters or anything like that around me, because again, I live in rural North Carolina, so there's nobody I could even give it to. I don't think that there are any church organizations or ministries or anything like that that would take those kind of donations, and I don't want to just throw it away because I spent good money on it, you know, and I don't just want to throw it away. It seems like such a waste. So I would much rather give it away to somebody you know, make somebody's day with, you know, a truckload of free makeup. But I don't know if that's kind of like taboo, or like, how would you feel? Honestly, please tell me in the comments, how would you feel about a gently used makeup giveaway? Would that be something that we would be into? Because I'm definitely going to do a Christmas giveaway. I do a Christmas giveaway every single year, and I have been saving up for my Christmas giveaway. I already have a couple of things that I know that I'm going to put into the giveaway. I have a Norvina palette that I'm going to give away. I have a couple of really, really awesome palettes, a buttload of like complexion products and skincare and stuff like that. So this year's Christmas giveaway is going to be absolutely fantastic. But this declutter giveaway is going to be something completely different and separate of that. It's just going to be like, you know, I have this makeup. I don't know what to do with it. Do you want it? So please, please, please let me know in the comments if you guys would be, you know, if you would be up for a gently used makeup giveaway. Or is that just kind of like rude? Because you never know. You never know how people are going to take, what color eyeshadow or what color blush should I do? I have purple and yellow on. Let's do something super, super neutral. Let's do, I have no idea. Let's go into my Milani palette. Let's use this Milani one. When in doubt, go pink. That's what I say. I'm going to take my Milani powder blush palette and go into this this Cheek Kiss Golden Hour Glow blush palette. We'll go into that middle pink shade. See if that works. But when in doubt, give it away, I guess. When in doubt. I have no idea where I was going with that. But I don't want to just throw it away. So please message me, contact me, leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, because there's going to be a ton. And let me know if you'd be interested in watching a declutter series. I know that sometimes when I watch declutters, it kind of makes me want to go shopping, because it's like, it's like equal parts amazing and just kind of frustrating, because you see these people like literally just tossing makeup that you would absolutely kill for, right? So it's almost painful in a way. And I don't want to like make anybody uncomfortable or anything, but it's not like I'm throwing away like $80 palettes. It's mostly drugstore. It's all drugstore makeup. But I just don't have room for all of it anymore. This blush is so, so pretty. I absolutely love this color of pink. I love Milani blushes anyway. I think they're always so, so pretty. And they just go on so beautifully. These have the tiniest bit of like a satiny sheen to them. So they go on and are slightly luminous. I think they just look so beautifully natural on the skin. Love, 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 love. This color, this pink color is really pretty with this purple eyeshadow. But yeah, that's about it. I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, everything that's going on with my parents. Just because I've kind of mentioned it in the last couple of videos, and I didn't, you know, I haven't really told you guys what's going on. And I try to be, I don't even try. I am completely and totally honest with you guys, and very, very open with y'all as well. You know, you guys, oh yeah, I went hard with that one. I went hard on the highlighter today. Wasn't thinking about what I was doing. But I kind of tell you guys everything. And I know that I've mentioned it in a couple of my videos. So I just wanted to clarify what was going on. I still plan on filming and sticking to my regular uploading schedule. I feel like, especially when there's stuff going on for me emotionally, I feel like it's just easiest for me to keep my routine. Just kind of keep life going the way that it's supposed to, stick to my schedule. I thrive on a schedule, so I'm just gonna stick to it. But I plan on seeing my dad every weekend as often as I can. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have dealt with anything like this, if there's if you have any suggestions on ways to cope that don't involve spending money. I would love to hear it. Yeah, just anything that maybe might make it a little bit better. I would really, really appreciate. It's really, really tough. I am a daddy's girl 100%. I love my mother, but I've always had a special bond with my dad. And that's why it was so hard to walk away 4 years ago. And it's hard to let go now. Guys, I'm going to add a little bit of lipstick. What even lipstick do you add to this? I think I'm going to do something pretty neutral because I really want the eyes to stand out. But I am going to go with the same lip